25th Jackson County Commission meeting to order. Roll call, Ms. Erickson.
District 1, Tim Guffey.
Present.
District 2, Jason Venable.
Present.
District 3, Dennis Miller.
Present.
District 4, Stacy Ludwig.
Present.
We have a quorum present.
Invocation by Mr. Porter and our pledge from Mr. Guffey. Next item is approval of the minutes from our previous, our March 11th meeting. Have a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Motion, we have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Next item, approval of the agenda for this meeting. We have 7 items on the agenda. Any changes before we proceed? We have a motion to approve the agenda. Motion, we have a second.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. No awards tonight. Public comments. No one signed up to speak this evening. We have no old business, so we'll move right on to new business. First item, motion to approve expenditures for the month of February. I believe that was given to you at the previous work session. Any questions on this before we entertain a motion? I entertain a motion to approve the February expenditures.
So moved.
Motion, we have a second. Any discussion on this? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Next item, authorization or motion to approve and authorize the chairman to sign a letter of authorization for Amoresco. They, I believe, brought information at the commission last week, and this commits us. This is no cost to us. It just allows them to do the study that they need to do to present a proposal. So before further discussion, we have a motion to approve this letter, approve this item.
So moved.
Motion, we have a second.
Second.
Okay. Is there discussion on this item?
You just hit on that, but make sure that when this is represented to us as a total package, we still have the right of refusal, so is that correct? Absolutely.
And as I understand it, I talked to Mr. Mara here, right here, no, there we go. As far as the cost on this, they don't finance it themselves, but they're, they talk about how it will pay for itself, and it's guaranteed to pay for it, pay for those costs. Everybody will on that. And of course, again, that's
what we're talking about tonight, there's no cost for this initial study.
right. So, any other questions or comments? Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Do we have all those in favor say aye?
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Okay, motion to approve budget amendments for the commission, courthouse maintenance, mapping, and appraisal and revenue departments. We've looked at these several times, and I believe had it in the last work session. So before any further discussion, we have a motion to approve these budget amendments.
So moved.
Motion, we have a second.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion on these items? With the changes made in these departments, I believe that we're looking at savings in the budget. Was it about $760,000 approximately, around that number? So that's a good chunk of the way. We've got some other departments we'll be looking at over the next couple of weeks, and I hope to have some more recommendations on additional departments to see if we've got to work towards that 1.2 million in total. So we'll continue to work on that and see about cutting that overall deficit. Other questions or comments? Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Okay. Next item is a motion to approve, donate the money to the ambulance service for Bryant Community Center. 2,000 of this, I think, was recommended to come from Commissioner Miller's fund. The other 2,000 we can either, doesn't need to be voted on. We can vote on it out of our 112 fund, or we can approve it out of the fund that we already have. I guess the budgeted money is just already sitting there, so that's up to the discretion here. But for Miller's fund, we need to vote on that. So on the remaining part of this, we're going to pull this from 112, or the money set aside. Okay. So tonight then we'll just need to approve the $2,000 from Mr. Miller's fund. Entertain a motion to make that.
So make that motion.
Okay, motion, we have a second?
Second.
Okay, discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Okay. Next item, motion to fund the health department services through September 30th. We funded this partially through the end of this month in order to continue it for this year. We're funding this position at cost for the remainder of this year. And I've spoken with the director for the health department, or the regional director, to discuss paying for this, for following years. But for this time, we need to go ahead and approve through September 30th. So do we have a motion to approve these expenditures, or to amend the budget to pay for this? Motion, we have a second. Okay, discussion on this item?
Are we gonna be able to pinpoint the way we want this money spent, the way we talked about?
Right,
previously?
all we'll do is reimburse costs, so the monies, when if we continue to do this on next year's budget, any monies given to them will go, no monies will be given to them except for to pay the cost of reimbursement for the
The
staff.
Jackson County employee, or she can't use it throughout her budget?
Right, right, it's a health department state employee, but we will fund that position to continue doing the things that they do for our public works and solid waste stuff.
I think it's our biggest concern is that they go strictly to that, not move around.
Right. Yeah, they'll bill us for the cost of that position.
But us doing this will guarantee that position stays at the Jackson County Health Department.
Right, if at any time we see that that position is gone, and we lose those services, we can cut that funding. Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Next item, motion to approve and advertise for the vacant council on aging transportation coordinator. You should have job description in your packets. This was the one that was vacated by Ellen Fairman, and she wrote it to the director of council of aging. So this time we entertain a motion to advertise. I'd like to ask that we start this advertisement on Thursday. That'll be the first time it can be in the papers, and also we want to be sure we've got all the information together to get that advertised. So I'd ask that this motion include starting the advertisement on Thursday, this Thursday. What was that date? 8. So we have a motion to that effect. We have a motion. Motion. Start advertising on the 28th?
Yeah.
Okay, do we have a second? Okay, discussion on this item?
She does report to the director, correct?
Correct.
This is full-time?
This is a 30-hour a week, I believe. No, actually, this one is full-time.
It is full-time?
Any other questions or comments? Okay, have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Okay, the final item, motion to approve recommendation from the EMA committee on the vacant assistant director position. You have in your packets a letter from that committee recommending the person as well as the step to start this person on. So before any further discussion on this, we have a motion to approve this recommendation.
Make a motion.
Motion, we have a second.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on this item? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Okay. That concludes the items on our agenda, so we'll move on to our reports. Ms. Erickson? We have Ms. Manning with us tonight. Mr. Porter? Sheriff? Mr. Barr? Anybody? Mr. Miller?
No, sir.
Mr. Duffy?
No, sir.
Mr. Miller?
Tuesday of next week, we do our community meeting in
Right.
Skyline, 6 o'clock, Skyline Gym.
And that's the second
Yeah, the second Tuesday, so.
Tuesday the 2nd, and it'll be at 6 p.m.
Yes, sir.
And that's something I hope the papers will put out and help us advertise that for next Tuesday. We had a good response from that first one. I'd like to see it. Mr. Ledlow?
No, sir.
Quick, I'll hand these out to you real quick. These are copies of the inmate telecommunication location agreement that was, we came and spoke to this a couple weeks ago. This is a copy of that agreement. I'd like to ask that we put this on the agenda for next Monday night, if you would take the time to review that. Let me know if you have any issues, and we'll discuss this next Monday night and follow up with how we want to continue with this. Another item that you have in that packet that I just gave you, some recommendations from County Park on their budget. I think Mr. Barnes may have mentioned this, everyone, but if you would take a look at those papers, I'd like to see if we can get this on the agenda relatively soon as well. And then the third copy, and then you have a proposal on some additional work. Everyone should have something. So if you'll take a look at those, get back with me when you have the opportunity on any questions or comments you have, and try to get those projects moving. So that concludes everything on our agenda this evening. I haven't missed anything. Have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Motion, we have a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, say no.